This is about to be a vulnerable story, okay? And it has to do about how my spiritual initiation came about. Ah, ah, I used to say maybe one day I'll talk about it, right? Because I used to think that if I talked about it, I might get locked up in the loony bin because I cared about what people would think about me, what people would say about me, how people would categorize me, what their impression would be of me. So everything, right, from the external was very important to me. That it used to matter to me. That was probably one of my highest values, was how I was seen in front of people, right? 107 on the time clock. That's my inner child number. And it's like now, and you can even tell like with my posture, like how I was, like I was very closed off. I was just in my own world, my heart chakra, like it is right now. It was very not closed off, but there was definitely a lot of walls because I felt I needed the protection, and if nobody else was going to protect me, I was going to protect myself. But it's like now I honestly don't care about what anybody will say, what anybody will think, because I know that my experience is valid, that how I felt things went down is valid. Okay. So let's start out. How did it start? It all happened one day. It was a sunny day. But it really did happen out of nowhere. I would say, like, I don't know how my spiritual initiation came about. I feel like it just, one day, but I know it was just, I guess, some part of me kind of felt ashamed. I don't know why, if I didn't really know. And when you don't know better, you can't really do better. All right, I'm being about the bush because it's like, all right. It was about, I don't remember exactly the time, but I want to say around 2019 ish. And I was at a very low point in my life, very depressed point in my life, full of fear, anxiety, things that I didn't even know, right? I thought I was doing well. I had a job at the hospital. I was getting paid well. I was getting that OT, my bills were paid. I had my apartment. My children were good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was doing the damn thing. But no, on the outside, it looked like, I was doing the damn thing. But on the inside, God, on the inside, a lot of parts of me that I didn't even know were there that I uncovered through a lot of shadow work, through a lot of reflection, through a lot of studying and learning about myself. And it was like, it's funny because exactly, it was like an internal look. Whereas to before, I was looking at everything on the outside, but then I finally was able to look on the inside. But what, again, I'm reading about the bush, but what started this whole spiritual initiation was ah, look at that. I even tried to turn off the mic because unconsciously it's like I don't want to share this. Subconsciously, right? But consciously, I know I need to because I know that this is the final step to finally getting rid of this energy out of my life. I think I don't think I was told I'm being beckoned and pushed by my guides and ancestors to share this because this is the last final step that I need to get rid of this energy that has been following me around in different vessels. And I have chills right now because I'm tired of this energy. I'm tired of it and I want it out of my life. So I'm putting aside my fear. And let me just come out and say it. I don't know if you know, I don't know if you believe in telepathy, but bitch, I didn't either. Okay? I was like, what the fuck? But that's how my initiation started, was coming into awareness of telepathy, of psychic attacks, of psychic abilities. Okay? And how I came into awareness of it was because we're just gonna go in all of it, all right? Fuck it. There was this guy that I was attracted to, and I thought that at that point in my life, I was alone. I had already been single for 2 years. I had already begun my celibacy journey, but I saw this guy, and at first, I wasn't attracted to him at all. It was just a random person. But it was like from one day to the next, I was so attracted to him. It was like I was constantly thinking about him. I was constantly looking him up on social media. I was constantly trying to see what he was doing, like what, like, watching his stories and all this shit, keeping up to date with his life. So much so that I even started to learn his language so that I could have some type of way to connect to him. You could say I was in my masculine energy, right? And I came to realize at that point in my life, I was also smoking a lot of marijuana, a lot of cannabis. And through that, I was able to open my third eye, or my third eye was already open. It was just I was able to come into awareness of it being opened. And I was able to come into awareness that I was actually telepathizing with this man or with this boy or whatever, this human. And the way that I came to realize it was, oh my God. Have you heard the song by Kali Uchis, Telepatia?